We learned the Shabbos, Parsha Zocher, and the Ina Mechias Amalek. The Pasuk tells us in Parsha Peshalach, Vayikashar Yosher Moshe Yodo, when Moshe Rabbeinu lifted up his hands, Govri Yisrael, the Jewish people were winning the war against Amalek. And when he let his hands down, they lost. Ask the Mishnah, do the hands of Moshe, do they make or break the Mechama? But rather the pasuk is indicating the following: as long as the Jewish people were looking upwards to Hashem, and they gave over their hearts to their Father in heaven, they won. If not, they would lose. Simply, the way to understand this Mishnah is, it's about Emunah. It's about Emunah. To know there's Rebbeinu Shalom is going to take care of me. That schus of the Emunah, so Klal Yisrael was winning the war. And if they didn't have that Emunah, then they would lose. But for that, the Mishnah could have said much simpler. They were Maiman Hashem. What does it mean, Mistapin Klapi Maila? Mishab Libnish Mishamayim. There's a different Indian here. First, we have to understand what was the problem with Amalek. Amalek were Mishagoyim. Crazy people. You have a Klal Yisrael that spent 10 months in Mitzrayim, Nes and Makkah after Nes after Makkah, and then Yitzias Mitzrayim, Kriyas Yamsuf. The Rebbeinu Shalom controls the world. The Rebbeinu Shalom can do anything. He can destroy the greatest civilization in the world. Who's Amalek? A pitsy little nation. They're going to take on Klal Yisrael. Crazy people. But they had an impact on Klal Yisrael. Because Klal Yisrael said to themselves, this is crazy. And they're serious. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's not exactly what I thought. Maybe things aren't the way they seem. There was a questioning of Klal Yisrael's perception of reality. There was a breakdown in the confidence of what they themselves experienced. And this was the Nesoin of Amalek. Nesoin of Amalek is, am I going to look at what's happening in front of my eyes, which seems crazy? It seems insane. Or am I going to know that the Rebbeinu Shalom is in the world, and whatever's happening in front of me isn't the reality, it's what the Rebbeinu Shalom is having happen. The reality is the Rebbeinu Shalom. When I'm able to look past what I see, when I'm able to connect myself to Hashem, whatever that means, then Klal Yisrael can survive Amalek. But we see more than that. Because Klal Yisrael, before Amalek came, said, Hayesh Hashem b'kebeinu ayin. They set themselves up for Amalek. They had a suffix walking in. They wanted to know, is Rebbeinu Shalom really amongst us? And then the pasuk says, V'yavo Amalek. Amalek came as the response to Klal Yisrael's suffix. So here Klal Yisrael had a suffix. And now Amalek is ma'ur, is causing them more suffix. What's the teretz? How can you get out of the suffix? With vados, with certainty. What's the certainty? Not the resolution of what I see in front of me. That's not going to happen. The only resolution is to look upwards, to connect yourself to Hashem. It's not just about Emunah. It's more than Emunah. It's that the reality is the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's the only reality. And this was what Amalek did to Klal Yisrael. This is what they exacerbated. This suffix. Because as we know, Amalek is gematria suffix. 240. Amalek is 240. Suffix is 240. When the Gemara says in Chulin, Hamin min haTorah minai hamin ha'etz, because the Eitz Hadas brought suffix into the world. That's what Amalek's all about. Amalek is all about suffix. Amalek is all about bima'or, is taking the vulnerability that Klal Yisrael has and bringing out that vulnerability, that suffix, that doubt. That's the danger of Amalek. So even beyond killing Amalek and destroying the nation, Klal Yisrael has to destroy the Amalek inside of them, the suffix that's growing inside of them. How can we do that? We have to look at what the Chumash tells us. V'yer Moshe as Yodo. As Yodo. We have to be able to see there's a Rebbeinu Shalom here, and he's the only reality. We're living in a time we see suffix all around us. We see problems all around us, whether it's health problems, financial problems, relationship problems. the world cracking, the world falling apart. And we can look around and we see Sveikas all around us. There's only one teretz. Hayesh Hashem b'kirbeinu. And this is the avodah on Purim, to recognize the hashgacha protis, the hashgacha that went on, the Nes Nister inside of Klal Yisrael's heart, and realize that the Rebbeinu Shem is really there. And that's how we can take the Purim.